Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the one, the only, the true, the original, My Philippines Interest, and I'm Harry Dick. Thank you so much, and thank you once again for tuning in to the one, the only, the true, the original My Philippines Interest. That's right, folks, there is only one My Philippines Interest, and this is it, folks. This is it. Remember, folks, I'm here because you're there. That's right. I created that a long time ago. I'm here because you're there. You betcha. And today, on the one, the only, the true, the original My Philippines Interest, today we ask the question, who really won? Who really won? Let's get started. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to focus on the ongoing battle between Barry J, locked away, get out some other day, and the Bantayan Creep, also known as the Peepin' Tom. With detailed facts, we are going to analyze who really won with the ongoing battle between Barry J, locked away, get out some other day, and the Bantayan Creep. Folks, please remember that this episode is not to favor one undesirable over another. This is just to analyze the facts and decide who really won. As many of you know, this ongoing battle between Barry J, locked away, get out some other day, and the Bantayan Creep, this has been an ongoing battle for a very long time. And at one time, these two undesirables were once supporters of each other, even met up and shared some cigarettes and pizza together. But things took an ugly turn when Barry J was doing a live stream and people were talking negative about the Bantayan Creep. And because the Bantayan Creep doesn't sleep, he's always trolling YouTube channels. He was in Barry J's chat reading what all the people were saying about him and his horse, of course, and told Barry J that he needs to block them. And Barry J refused to do so because there were some people in the chat that actually donated to Barry J. So Barry J was in a position, does he maintain his friendship with the Bantayan Creep, or does he block his supporters who donate to the cigarette fund every month? So Barry J made his decision and decided that the cigarette fund that he was receiving from his subscribers every month, the cigarette fund was more important than his friendship with the Bantayan Creep. And he broke off the friendship. And things started to get really ugly, folks. Things started to get ugly. The Bantayan Creep was making jokes and laughing about Barry J's grandpa or a family member doing something inappropriate to Barry J as a child. And we all know that this is normal behavior for the Bantayan Creep, but the Bantayan Creep thinks doing inappropriate things with children is amusing, as we all know. We all know this now, folks. And Barry J would reply and respond saying such things as, go F your bucktooth horse. That's what Barry J, locked away, would reply with. Now, the Bantayan Creep was in Hawaii at the time because he could no longer afford to stay in the Philippines, and he had to return to the U.S. to sell off some things so that he could afford to stay in the Philippines. Meanwhile, Barry J was running around from town to town, finding places to live. As we all know, Barry J was overstaying in the Philippines. And many people who do not agree with Barry J's undesirable behavior made many calls to different organizations departments to make sure that they knew that Barry J was overstaying in the Philippines. But the ongoing battle continued between the Bantayan Creep and Barry J. And the Bantayan Creep started to make physical threats, saying that when he returned back to the Philippines, that he was going to cause bodily harm to Barry J. That nothing was going to stop him for saying, "Go F your buck-toothed horse." He was going to pay for that dearly. There was going to be no stopping him. He didn't care if he got locked up, arrested. It didn't matter. He was going to defend the honor of his buck-toothed horse. So, after escaping the United States because of some legal matters and abandoning his mentally challenged brother, who also had some physical disabilities, the Bantayan Creep found himself back in the Philippines. And him and Jimmy's wife, the horse, with the buck teeth, they met up with another YouTube content creator who decided to treat the Bantayan Creep and the horse for dinner. And during this dinner, Barry J, locked away, get out some other day, decided that he was going to call the Creep's bluff and showed up at the restaurant where the dinner was taking place. It was at this time that the other YouTube content creator started exclaiming, "Oh, Barry J is here! Barry J is here!" And the Bantayan Creep's face became very white, if you can imagine it getting any whiter, pastier than it already is. Became very white, and he started to quiver, and his hands were shaking. And to try to save face, the Bantayan Creep stood up. But for some reason, he was held back by this invisible force field that was keeping him back from doing what he said he was going to do. He was going to do bodily harm to Barry J, locked away, no matter what. He did not care. He was going to defend the honor of the horse. But this invisible force field kept him from getting close to Barry J, locked away, get out some other day. This was the showdown at TGIF, the big showdown. Barry J showed up. Like it or not, like him or not, Barry J showed up and called the Bantayan Creep's bluff. Anyway, folks, we're going to stop here for now. We're going to continue with part 2 at another time. And we are going to analyze all the facts of who really won. Once again, folks, this is not to favor one undesirable over another. This is just analyzing the facts and then decide who really won. Who really won? Once again, thanks for tuning in to the one, the only, the true, the original, My Philippines Interest. I'm your host, Harry Dick. And remember, folks, I'm here because you're there. Everyone, take care.